There's a special kind of horror in a place that used to be alive. Not an old house nobody ever touched, not a ruin that had been empty for centuries. I mean a place where people were clearly living their lives, and then somehow it just stopped. Doors left open, home still standing, a village with no one in it. That is the nightmare sitting at the centre of Ghostbuster Village. And it is out now on Steam. No proton packs, no comedy. Do not let the title fool you. This is folk horror, an abandoned village, Slavic ritual imagery, and the feeling that the place you are exploring may be looking right back at you. Here is the pitch. You play an extreme blogger who travels to a village said to be deserted in a single day. The plan is simple: spend the night, investigate the legend, and separate rumour from reality. Naturally, it does not stay that simple for long. The official setup takes you through empty streets, abandoned homes, a church and a cemetery. And the deeper you go, the more the village starts to feel less like a location and more like a presence. That is the hook for me. The horror is not built around a monster being introduced in the first 5 minutes. It is built around absence. Why did everyone leave? What happened here, and why does it feel like you were expected? The game draws on Slavic mythology and folk ritual, and that already makes it stand out from the usual haunted house formula. The Scream description points to strange talismans hanging from trees, old ritual objects, torn pages describing dark entities. That is exactly the kind of detail-driven horror I want from a game like this.
Постой!
Because the best folk horror does not need to scream at you every 10 seconds. It puts one thing in the wrong place. A charm that should not be there, a page that should not exist, a ritual that feels unfinished. Then it lets your brain do the work. And if Ghostbuster Village can maintain that pressure through the full experience, it could land much harder than a game that relies only on jump scares. This is not being pitched as a combat-heavy horror game. The focus is exploration and investigation, clues and puzzles. You are moving through the village and piercing through what happened in the spaces, objects and notes. One detail I really like is the idea that some doors are not locked only by keys, but by meaning. That suggests the puzzles are tied to understanding the village's logic and the lore behind it. Not just finding a random item and trying every door until something opens. If the game delivers on that idea, progression should feel like a discovery instead of a chore. And that matters in a slow burn horror game. Every puzzle has to make the place feel more unsettling, not pull you out of the atmosphere. Now, quick reality check. Ghostbuster Village launched on Steam yesterday. So I am not going to pretend this is a final verdict after a trailer and a store page. This is day one radar check. A game that looks like it knows exactly what kind of dread it wants to create. The question now is whether the full release can hold that atmosphere once you are several hours deep. Can the exploration stay tense? Can the puzzles stay satisfying? Can the mystery keep growing? Without explaining too much. Those are the questions that matter, but the ingredients are here. A strong setting, a folklore-driven premise, and a horror game that appears more interested in unease than speculation. That is enough to put it on my watch list. If you like slow burn atmosphere, mythology-led storytelling, a horror game where exploration is part of the fear, this could absolutely be in your lane. If you want constant action, co-op chaos, or a scare every 30 seconds, then the slower pace may not be for you. But if an empty church, a village with missing people, and a pile of ritual objects sound more terrifying than another monster sprinting down a hallway, then this one deserves a look. The demo is still listed on Steam if you want to test the tone for yourself before buying the full game. And for price and availability in your region, check the Steam page directly before you commit. Ghostbuster Village is out now, and the village has been waiting a long time for someone to walk back in. Have you played the demo, or are you jumping into the full release? Let me know down in the comments if you're brave enough to walk the streets of this village. Stay paranoid, pack, and I'll see you in the next one.